I work full-time as a software engineer at Siemens, I teach twice a week, and on top of that, I'm building a side income through YouTube and digital products. That means that I genuinely can't afford to waste my time. So today I'm sharing the 5 things that I do, no fluff, no $300 apps, that I use to stay on top of my tasks, personal and work-wise. Let's get into first thing, the quick wins. If something can be done under 5 minutes, a quick task, an email, or a one-line bug fix, I just do it. The main reason is every small task that pile up become a huge burden, and sometimes you're just gonna keep stacking them on top of each other and not actually take any action on them. If I have anything to do, I just do it. So for example, whenever I have any tasks, like doing this video, I don't actually think. I just start setting up the things and one by one, I get everything done. Same thing with work. If I receive an email, I won't put into a backlog to answer the email. If I can answer in 3 minutes or less, I will just answer. I know it might sound counterintuitive, but sometimes it's better you get the things done, the quick wins, while you're tired or you're still working a very huge task, because otherwise these things will pile up and then you're just gonna get more easy. The second one, your environment. I know everyone overlook their own environment, but there's a theory of the broken glass, which is basically a building that has one broken glass and all other glasses are perfect. Everyone will look into that broken glass and be like, wow, when is this broken glass going to be fixed? But imagine now that you have 2 glasses and all the other glasses are a little bit dirty and they're not taken care. So other people will look and just be like, okay, there's 2 glasses broken, just leave it. So the same things with your desk, same things with your life. The more you let things just look the way it looks because it is how it is, the more clutter you're gonna add into your mind. Because imagine like this, if you tell yourself, I am an organized person just at work, I don't think there is such thing as I'm just organized at work and at home I can be whatever I want. You know what I mean? You need to be congruent, because either way, like once you're at work and once you're home, you didn't become different personas. You're still the same person. It's not like you become the mask, you know? You're a character into work and then you're another character at home. No, you're still the same person. So you should take very seriously how you're organizing your environment. So for example, I try to keep my desk as minimal and as clean and tidy as I can, because I know whenever I'm sitting down on my desk, it's the place that I'm working. And if the place that I'm working doesn't feel organized, I probably won't feel organized digitally as well. So it's very important, whatever you set into your physical environment, you also try to represent that digitally. So you have congruence. And at least this is what I realized in my life. The more congruent I am with my words and actions, the more things I can get done. And usually helps as well with your mental state. If you're in a peaceful place, everything organized, you feel better. But if you visualize yourself in a messy place, full of things dumped over everywhere, you're gonna feel a little bit less comfortable. So it's just about mental clarity and also feeling good with it. The third one is having a priority system. It can be a to-do app, can be a notes app, anything, but it needs to be a place where you can pick specific actions that you want to take and you can take notes of them. So for example, sometimes I see a nice post that I don't have the time to read but want to read later. I'm gonna save the link and create a task so I can read that later, or I can reply, or I can comment. So the same thing you should try to do with anything that might show up. Sometimes we have a huge spike of creativity and then in the middle of the night, you completely forgot what was that specific spark. So whenever I have these specific sparks of creativity or I have a nice thought, a nice idea, I always try to write down as soon as I can so I don't forget it. Most of the times I just write the main concept and then whenever I had the time, I would just remember because I write whatever is the raw concept that I wanted to work on. So the same thing works for you as well. Sometimes you're in a meeting or you have specific tasks piling up. So you just try to write in this specific system which tasks should you prioritize. Because if you're an engineer, you're gonna realize that sometimes you're gonna be working multiple fronts at the same time. So having a system where you can basically place the things that's happening, either from meetings or chats, and then you can rearrange them in terms of like the importance and how you should prioritize each of them. It will help you as well to not forget. You're gonna be the person that remembers everything, just like me, because I took note of everything I need to do. So whenever I'm finishing one task, I can easily go into my system, look into the another task, and that's it. I'm done. So the fourth, background music. I cannot emphasize the importance of a background music while you're working. Most of the times into the work environment, we're gonna have a lot of noise. People talking, people in the meetings, people having a conversation over the phone, and all of this distract ourselves. And remember, when you start the day, your battery level is 1, and throughout the day, you're just getting done, right? You get tired. And it's normal, everyone gets tired. It doesn't matter if you do exercise, if you go to the gym, if you have the best diet in the world, you still feel tired at the end of the day because you're using a lot of your cognitive load for any tasks that you're doing. You need to make decisions, you need to think how you're gonna solve them, and you need to apply any of these solutions. So the way I go is, I always try to put a very calm, lo-fi beats music, turn on noise cancellation, and just do whatever I need to do. And that turned out for me to be one of the best things I could ever do, because whenever I'm tired, I usually just stretch a little bit, try to walk for 1-2 minutes, and then I come back to my desk, I put my headphones, I put a lo-fi beats, and I just work. It feels like I reset it, you know, I can do the extra mile. So for you, might be something else, but I would say give it a try and see how you go. And the fifth, take breaks. I know that sounds counterintuitive because every engineer, they feel pain, they feel their neck stiff, or they feel a little bit sore. They just want to grind through it. And that was myself. But one thing that I realized is the more tired I feel, like my neck sore, I feel like I need to raise up, or I feel I need to give a stretch, I need to do it. Because is your body telling you, look, we need to move a little bit, you know what I mean? And if you don't do it, you're just neglecting your own body telling you to, look, let's stretch, let's move, let's bring the blood flow again through your body, and you're gonna be ready. So nowadays I respect my body and I always try to go for a walk or stretch or just stay standing a little bit, you know, stretch the legs, because that's good for you, that's good for your body to reset and get back into work as well. I'm not naturally super productive or gifted with any different from you. I just started to listen a little bit more to my body. You might try these 5 things and none of them work for you. So you should listen to yourself and see what specific things are you missing. You can just try and experiment yourself, just like I did. I didn't suddenly knew all these little things. I just start experimenting to see how my body or how my work would be done throughout the day. If you're in a similar situation like me, you're trying to build your side hustle while working full time, and sometimes even like me, having another side income coming through like online teaching, I know how difficult that is. This is why I use this YouTube channel to post things like how I use hardwares to improve my workflow, such as this microphone or this camera or this lighting, but as well I like to post about everything that helped me to stay organized, improve my workflow, work smarter and not harder. How I want this YouTube channel is to share how I managed to improve my workflow and do things that I love.